Close. Let me just fix this. All messages. What's going on, everyone? Let me make sure. Okay, a Sunday live. I mean, we had one earlier today. You may have missed it. We were live to recap the Braxton. So if you missed that, be sure to check that out. Let me know if you can hear me loud and clear. We are live on YouTube. I went live on TikTok this weekend. I even went live on Instagram this weekend. So if you're not following me on those platforms, everything is at TheKempire. Before we get into the Diddy of it all, there have been some Bravo related news that I haven't been able to talk about or get into. And while people are getting notified that I'm live, I want to get into those stories first, if we can. We have a Real Housewives of Beverly Hills story to talk about. We also have a Real Housewives of Orange County. There's been a lot of stuff playing out on Real Housewives of Orange County, but before we get to that, let's talk about Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. And if you haven't already, be sure to like the video. Be sure to let me know where you're watching from. All right. And I still have to gather all of these Diddy stories. I just posted a Diddy story earlier as well today in regards to who exactly is his attorney. So be sure to check that one out if you haven't seen that one. Okay, Atlanta's in the house, Canada's in the house, Dallas, Shreveport, Baltimore, what's going on in the UK, Albuquerque, New Jersey, Florida, Dallas, Indiana, Pasadena, Texas, New Orleans, New Jersey, Mississippi, Orlando, Seattle, what's going on, Canada, Miramar, Florida, Houston, Buffalo, rainy New York City, same, Michigan, North Carolina, Houston, Chicago, Pennsylvania, South Africa, Cape Town. I have a few people, Trinidad and Tobago. What's going on? All right. Let me position myself a little bit better here. This is actually a really good stretch. Putting my legs up against the cabinets like this is a good stretch for the hips. Alabama, Orlando, White Plains, what's going on? Cleveland, what's going on? Oh, the Republic of the Congo, what's going on? Jamaica's in the house. Thank you guys, thank you. I want to give people a moment to get into the room. It's a gloomy day here in New York City. All right, we're gonna get into the Diddy of it all, but I wanted to get into some Bravo related news first. For those that are watching the replay, you can fast forward, but maybe you've been waiting for me to talk about some of these stories. And we haven't had Tuesday Takeover. I'm hoping to bring Tuesday Takeover back. That's where we cover a variety of pop culture news and reality TV news. But this story, I was like, I was just so caught up in the Diddy of it all. I was like, I don't have time to do this. I'm not going to kill myself to cover every single story. I can't. This is not KNN. But this story is interesting because I know it's going to come up again a little bit later on when Real Housewives of Beverly Hills starts airing. So TMZ wrote just a few days ago, Kim Richards has been shut out by her entire family, TMZ has learned. But it's a case of tough love because we're told she's fallen off the wagon and was placed on a psychiatric hold earlier this month. But that hasn't ended the drama. How did we know that she was placed on a psychiatric hold? Because, and mind you, this happened, they said, earlier this month. Did someone in the family feed this to the blogs? Look, Kyle, I don't know. Well, you'll understand why I think Kyle. So law enforcement sources tell TMZ they showed up at at a home Kyle owns in LA Wednesday night after a neighbor called them in hopes of getting Kim removed from the house. Apparently, the neighbors were concerned about Kim's behavior in the past. TMZ is told that Kyle had let Kim live in the house, but she moved out a while back. But Wednesday, Kim showed up again. Law enforcement says that Kyle told them she did not want Kim in the house because the family had cut all contact off in hopes it would shake Kim and get her sober again. Eesh. So TMZ's told cops explained to Kyle it was a civil matter and she'd have to file an eviction action. Oh, damn. Kim remains in the house, as a good sister should. It gets even worse. Law enforcement tells TMZ back in early September, Kim was at a Hilton hotel in LA, in the LA area, in the LA area, which I will be on November 20th for the Kempire After Dark show at the Bourbon Room. Tickets now available. She was at a hotel and was incoherent. Kyle was there, the cops were called, and when they arrived, they asked Kim to leave, but she refused. Law enforcement tells TMZ Kim was placed on a 5150 psychiatric hold and taken by an ambulance to a hospital. That's sad. I mean, this is addiction. So law enforcement sources say when they showed up Wednesday night, Kyle told them Kim's in deep trouble over her sobriety, and the family is worried about her very survival. If you don't know, Kim and Kyle have had a complicated relationship, first coming to public attention during the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills season 1. All right. Oh wait, let me put the chat under control because ain't nobody come up in here and say free Diddy. Really? Really? Not free the diddler. Look, y'all can keep your diddler right where you want them, but not here. Let me change this off. Hold on, y'all. Let me just do this. Let me protect our community. Let me protect our community. Anyway, so back to this in regards to, we're gonna get to the Diddy of it all in just a second, okay? So as you know, they've had a complicated relationship. The last time we saw Kim was last season of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and she was just sort of like a guest. She wasn't a friend of, she wasn't full time. She seemed like she was doing better, but I mean, if we really wanted to pay attention, Kim did still seem off. She didn't seem like she was on anything, but you know, Kim is a little bit of a character. So last year, Kim admitted she hadn't spoken to Kyle in months, even after her separation from longtime husband Mauricio Umansky came to national attention. So TMZ says that they reached out to Kim and Kyle. So far, no word back. No, Kyle's waiting to bring this up on camera. I'm sorry. Look, I understand that in Kyle's position, having a family member with addiction is hard. So I do feel for her in that regard. But at the same time, I just, the fact that we know all of these details, and yes, you can find out these details from police sources. Mind you, police sources, they need to do a better job. It should be like HIPAA. Like some of this stuff we really shouldn't know. Okay? So that is the update in regards to Real Housewives of Beverly Hills stars Kim Richards and Kyle Richards. Which is sad because Kyle's going through what she's going through. I'm sure she could use her family, like her sisters and things like that. I mean, she does have Kathy back in her life. I wonder what Kathy thinks about the situation. According to this article, they're saying that everyone in Kim's family have basically shut her out as in tough love. Thank you, Julie Rodriguez. She's reminding you guys to like the video. We have almost 1,000 of you in the building. All right. I want to move on because I do have a lot of Diddy stuff that I want to update you. I'm not going to talk about the things that I already talked about in previous videos. So if you missed any of those things, be sure to check those out. But before we get to the diddler, I did want to mention the EOC, Real Housewives of Orange County. You know, we recap that show every single week, okay? So one of the stories that I was briefly talking about this week was the beef between Jen and Tamra. So that's hit an all-time high on social media. All right. There is a back and forth between Jen and two Nats in a podcast. Tamra and her friend, what's her name? Damn it, Teddy. I couldn't even think of her name. So Teddy did a podcast episode with Erica Jane from Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. And they were talking about the situation. Matter of fact, I'm going to play the audio so you guys can hear it. Because ooh, there we go. Because I found it so interesting that Erica had the stance that she had. Being Erica. Let me just play this for you if I can find it. Let me see if I can find it. It's on our friends over at Bravo Snarkside. So let me just go to their page. Okay, let me just go to their page. Oh, here it is.
She's like, what FBI? I think she was hoping it would never come out. Girl. You should turn in your orange right the fuck now.
Did you like his energy?
No, I
talking
did
it?
not.
That answer was so long, even edited, I like nodded off.
Well, it reeks of deception.
So, Jen posted today, we just had to take the trash out so that this could happen. I don't like when people call people trash.
Trash. The trash is where she lost me.
Did Ryan?
Erica said that.
Let these chicks fight their own battles. It's a show about women. You guys are, for once in your life, not necessary. Hello. Ryan called Eddie a clown and a soft baby. By the way, none of you are hard.
Yeah, like
Including you, Erica.
No.
So what I said in the comment section, I got this over at the Bravo Snark side because Jen also responded from Real Housewives of Orange County. She also responded there. But I said this in the comment section. I said, I'm pretty sure Tamra has called others a lot worse than trash. And when did Erica get so soft? Trash is where she draws the line. Teddy was saying the same thing. I was like, your estranged husband is a whole thief, stealing from orphans and burn victims. I'm gonna add that part. All right. Let me mute that. I said that's the definition of trash. That is the definition of trash. So we had a little bit of that playing out on social media in regards to what was being said at the dinner table during the last episode of Real Housewives of Orange County. So a lot of back and forth. Tamara was on Watch What Happens Live, and she made some very disparaging comments about Ryan. Look, I hate the fact that we have to defend Ryan because I still feel like Ryan's a little greasy. I don't really trust him. But Tamara has never been anyone's friend. She's known Shannon for years. And the way she's dragged Shannon this season, talking about her being an alcoholic, and some of the things that she says, I feel like would trigger someone that might have a problem with alcohol into relapsing. So I don't know if you think this is your tough love. It's not working. Well, apparently she made some disparaging remarks on Watch What Happens Live. So when she was on her Instagram, she was in a video with Eddie, and she basically apologized. But then, because we all were made aware that she was sued, All About the Real Housewives podcast posted the receipts of them serving Tamara, leaving, I guess, the lawsuit at her door. I don't know what the rules are in California in regards to serving someone. Well, Tamara then posted on her Instagram story, I think it was yesterday. The days are all coming together for me. But posted on her Instagram story that she said this. I'll read it to you really quickly. She says, as I mentioned on my IG story yesterday, I would like to apologize for and correct the record on misstatement I made on Watch What Happens Live Thursday about Ryan and his last name, I can't pronounce it. I have no reason to believe that Ryan has stolen any money. I misspoke in tying Ryan to the actions of others. I meant to say my company makes more money than what was stolen from the Dodger player. Unfortunately, I misspoke on live television. While Ryan and I have ongoing issues, I do apologize to him for the mistake and wish to make clear that my statement was made in error. I sincerely apologize, Tamara Judge. No, you don't. It wasn't a mistake. She knew what she was saying. She said the same thing, literally, or alluded to the same thing on the episode, this week's episode. So she knows what she's saying. Like, Tamara's the worst. But I hate the fact that she's having us defend this man. I hate the fact she has us defending this man. So we had that play out this week. The other thing related to Real Housewives of Orange County that's been playing out, which was playing out this morning, Joel Booster. You know, the actor, he's on one of our favorite shows from Apple TV Plus. Well, apparently, word on the street, he is the host of that new Bravo Peacock show, Love Hotel, that has Shannon, Giselle, Ashley, and Countess Luann. So I found these receipts. Shout out to Face of Reality, there we go, on Instagram. And apparently this was a message that was sent. Sam, I had no idea Joel Kim Booster was hosting Housewife Hotel, or whatever it's called, Love Hotel. He just went on live and cooked Shannon Beador, like he roasted her, chopped her up and served her for breakfast. Said she had been a terror for the entire 3 weeks, humiliates the crew, was hideous to him, and that at the rap party just a few hours ago, she was terrible to someone he really loves. He then posted a picture with this black woman. And he got in her face and said, like, you think you're a star? People don't like you. They pity you. And then he said, the daughters are just as bad. Shannon's daughters. Well, he then went on his Instagram story. He's deleted it. Like, he posted it and deleted it. He went on his Instagram story. Because we're on, look, you can't see that. Wait, hold on. Y'all see my text messages. All right. So he says this on his Instagram story. Just because you're a pathetic drunk on a reality television show best known for a string of failed relationships and a DUI does not make you a star. Does not make you a star, and does not give you license to treat people you work with like they are subhuman. Period. They will make me delete this, but DM me if you'd like to see some videos. Besos. Damn it! I should have DM'd him. Damn it! I am gonna DM him. Watch. Joel, send me the video. But I believe him. I've heard things about Shannon. Look, I know I always say, oh, I like Shannon. I like Shannon for who we know her on the show. But what I've heard about Shannon behind the scenes is not so pleasant. Not on the level of a Ramona. I haven't heard that, but not nice. Okay? We're going to get into the Diddy of it all, guys. I'm just giving you a warm-up so the notifications squad are notified. So Joel then says in his Instagram story, well, that was quick. Anyway, don't regret it. Hope you screenshot it. Hope she suffers. Then he says, well, let's just say I can't imagine what John Jansen went through. Poor guy. Look, I had a couple of feelings when I saw this. Joel Kim Booster, he's an actor. I had a couple of thoughts. If he is in fact the host, isn't he breaking like an NDA? Like you really shouldn't be talking about what's playing out on the show. But I will remind you of this. An NDA does not protect you from illegal behavior. And we have to remember this is a work environment. So if she was terrible to people behind the scenes, look, I should have went to law school. But if she was terrible to people behind the scenes, they can't do anything to him for mentioning that. Especially in defense of a black woman. Just saying. Just saying. However, it still felt a little like, okay, you're the host and you're going blasting up. I mean, I feel like you just burned a bridge with Bravo and Peacock. You know what I mean? But sometimes you gotta, look, doing what's right, you gotta burn a bridge sometimes. And maybe he doesn't care. He's like, I have my gigs at Apple Plus TV. Oh. We're talking about Joel Kim Booster. Apparently he's hosting the Love Hotel series with the housewives that are looking for love, and he was slamming Shannon Beador on social media, and then he deleted it, basically saying that she's a terror behind the scenes. She was treating people like they were subhuman. Honestly, like I said before, if I did not hear this previously from someone else, I probably would be like, stop. No, I probably would have believed it. I probably would have believed it, if I'm being honest with you. I probably would have believed it. Anyone else? I probably would have believed it. But no, I literally heard a very similar story a couple of years ago about her. And then we also heard another story, remember with the whole dress fiasco with the designer? So, I say all that to say, are you guys ready for the Diddy update? Okay, so I did post a Diddy update earlier today, so if you missed that, be sure to check that out. Just wanted to warm you guys up. If we can just mark this at the 19th minute and 29th second, this is when the Diddy part starts. All right, so let's get into the Diddy of it all. Diddy, 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 Diddy. So, there are a lot of people coming out in regards to Diddy. There are a lot of accusers. We mentioned to you guys that there is possibly a lawsuit coming with 50 plus victims. Some of these victims claim that when these abuses from Diddy happened, they were minors. I remind you, according to the Southern District of New York, they're not claiming any of these things. However, they are still investigating. And apparently an S worker, a male S worker, has been in contact with the Southern District of New York this week and has turned over a freak off tape, allegedly. Allegedly. Well, speaking of the freak offs, let me just, do you guys remember, what's her name? Kendra Wilkinson. She was a Playboy playmate. She was like one of the girlfriends to Hugh Hefner. Well, apparently she was at one of these freak offs and she said, that was not my experience. Let me play the audio for you guys.
Two, but like, again, like.
Hold on, let me just play it.
We're just going to like one or two, but like, again, like I had a great time in my youth. Like, I don't really see anything like, I never saw anything really bad happening around me. Sex is sex, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying that, you know, something bad didn't happen. I'm saying that, you know, nothing bad ever happened to me.
And that you never saw anything out of the ordinary that you wouldn't usually see at a big Hollywood party, you know.
Yeah.
It's sexualized.
Look, you're going to the Playboy Mansion.
Yeah.
What do you know, there's girls topless in the grotto. They're just.
So she might be a little desensitized because remember, she was also with Hugh Hefner. Okay. But she's saying she never saw illegal activity. And this might be the defense's case saying that these were all consenting adults. Sidebar, we have mentioned, but I haven't reported officially on this because I'm waiting for more conclusive evidence that the baby oil and the lube that was found at Diddy's home may have been laced. We've talked a little bit about this before. Some people are alluding that it could have been laced with drugs that would have made people incapable of making a proper decision. GHB, yes. Making a proper decision to participate in these activities. That is a rumor right now. However, the SDNY has not confirmed that. I'm hoping the SDNY has tested those bottles. I don't know if they already have, but we shall see. They did mention though, that in their indictment that he would do and lace these people that were in these videos and at these freak offs with all kinds of things, alcohol, drugs, things, all of that. So, Ivy says, I heard they are testing the bottles. Here's the thing. People are also just saying things without actually having proof on the internet. That's why we have to be very mindful with everyone that's coming out with stuff. There are people just making stuff up that fits the narrative, and anyone will believe anything in regards to Diddy right now. We were just dealing with this when it comes to Kim's lost words, which now have been debunked by multiple people. So, as I said, this is why I always give you the disclaimer. We have not seen solid proof that the Southern District of New York has not confirmed that those bottles of baby oil have anything in them. Maybe during the trial or maybe during an update in regards to this case, we will find out more, but they have not confirmed that. I mean, it wouldn't shock me. It would shock me, but it wouldn't shock me at the same time, you know. Okay. So we had that update. So Kendra Wilkinson, who was a Playboy playmate, a girlfriend to Hugh Hefner, says that she's been to a freak-off party before. However, she never experienced what people are claiming that they experienced. Okay? Someone in the comment section of the Neighborhood Talk said something poignant that I wanted to read to you guys. Helencia, I believe is how you pronounce her name, says, this is the thing. Consensual adults engaging in freaky activities is not against the law. It becomes a problem and against the law when you're forcing, drugging, manipulating, bribing, blackmailing, or forcing people to do things they don't want to do or wouldn't normally do. And that's why Diddy is in this situation. Okay. Okay. Well, then there's this. There's more. There is definitely more in regards to the situation. So on News Nation, there was an interview with one of Diddy's accuser's attorneys. One of Diddy's accuser's attorneys revealed that someone was trying to shop another freak-off tape featuring Diddy and a higher profile person. Someone higher profile than Diddy, the diddler. I'm sure by now you probably saw this video going around on social media. I did a video earlier today and I didn't want to, there's just too much to talk about in one video. So the video that I did today was more talking about Diddy not taking a plea deal and talking about Diddy's attorney. So I wanted to do this live today to talk about someone else. Yes, Kendall said she wants to make sure I emphasize a higher profile male was in this freak off video. So I'm gonna play the audio from this interview on News Nation with Ariel Mitchell Kidd. She's an attorney for a new Sean Combs accuser. There are so many accusers, I can't keep up with all the attorneys at this particular point. Okay, so I'm gonna play the audio for you guys.
I was recently contacted by someone who wanted me to essentially represent them in the sale of one of the Diddy tapes. So, which I declined that because...
Wait a minute, say that again. Say that again, back up. You're saying that there's tapes and they're being shopped?
Yes, there have been people already shopping.
We've heard about the tapes, but
Yes.
the shopping thing is...
Yes, there already have been tapes leaking around Hollywood, being shopped around to individuals in Hollywood. But one particular person contacted me to shop a particular video they were in possession of, and to contact the person who was in the video to see if they were interested in purchasing the video before it became a public knowledge.
I've heard this before, so like a catch and kill.
Catch and kill, correct.
Wow, can you, and I guess...
Pause. So she's claiming someone has video of a higher profile person and they're shopping this around, but they want her to reach out to the person that's in it, this higher profile person, that maybe they want to pay the money in order so that we never see the light of day. So we probably won't see this because I'm assuming if this higher profile person, they're saying a higher profile person than Diddy. Diddy's pretty high profile. He's high profile. All right, let me just finish playing this for you.
I've heard this before, so like a catch and kill.
Catch and kill, correct.
Wow, can you, and I guess you can't reveal the person who is on
No, I
this
can't
tape.
explain who the person
Extortion.
was.
High profile?
Mr. Combs was in the tape, and this other person is, I would venture to say, more high profile than Mr. Combs.
Really? Really? And you've seen it? Or
I've seen stills of the video.
okay.
So
you can verify
that it.
Pause. Because you know I love to give you, I always twerk on the fence. She's only seen stills. In this day and age of Photoshop, I don't trust that. In this day and age of artificial intelligence, there's a picture of Diddy, a mugshot of Diddy going around that people swear is real. It's not. It's not a real photo of Diddy. It's AI. So I'm not saying that I don't believe her, but I just like to give you that other half of things. She says she hasn't seen the video herself. She's only seen screenshots. However, even video nowadays, which is scary to me, even video nowadays, there's a video of some people that we know that's not real, it's AI created, that they can do with AI as well. Thank you so much for the super chat, Kendall. Kendall says, said tapes given with manuscripts, therefore book is real. I don't know I don't know if the book is real, especially when, I'm not saying that it's impossible, but when multiple people, including the publisher, are now backpedaling, says to me, maybe some of it's real, but maybe a lot of it's altered. Okay. Lynette, I feel you. Lynette says, I'm not feeling this lawyer. The fact that a lawyer would come on a news network and say something like this, tells me a lot.
I've seen stills of the video.
Okay.
I
So you can verify
requested that it exists, that it's real, that the other person in the video is very visible. It's no question if it's that person in the video, and I can tell the video is pornographic in nature.
Oh my, all right. So we know that he videotaped a lot of activities at his home, did he? And it sounds like there was probably a lot of hidden cameras as well. Is that what is being talked about?
Yes, this was actually in his Atlanta home, at
Okay.
a home he had in Atlanta at one point. And it does seem that the person isn't like looking into the video, so to me, doesn't seem like that person knows they're being videotaped. It doesn't seem like they're active participant in the videotaping, like they're being surreptitiously recorded.
All right.
Into
Listen
the
to that
video,
again.
so the person isn't like looking into the video, so to me doesn't seem like that person knows they're being videotaped. It doesn't seem like they're active participant in the videotaping, like they're being surreptitiously recorded.
All right.
And in regards to the attorney, you guys don't see the video. Maybe I'll do a TikTok and I'll post a video there. Even her body language gave, and which is part of the reason I was like, do I even talk about this? Her body language gave to me, the way she was smiling, talking about something like this, made me go, some people just are so grimy. But look. So they're claiming that there is a video with a higher profile individual than Diddy. And Diddy's also in this video. I know a lot of people are taking guesses in here. I can't even imagine it being Obama, because he had to be above everything in order to be president. I can't imagine him getting caught up in a Diddy situation. I just can't imagine that. Being the president of the United States, being a black president, he had to do everything in his power never to get caught up in anything. I just can't see that. But she's saying a higher profile. But here's the thing. Just because she says higher profile to her. You know what I mean? Higher profile to her. Everyone's higher profile is different, which based off of everyone's response in here is different. Okay, so we shall see. Some people are saying Trump. I mean, they used to hang out. Look. All the celebrities used to hang out with Trump back in the day. Trump used to be at all these events and things like that. And Trump has been accused of a lot and sued for a lot and lost for some terrible essay allegations. He owes millions to that woman. Some people are saying Will Smith. Here's the thing. I don't know if I would say that Will Smith is a higher profile individual than Diddy. I would probably say that they're about the same. So that is your latest Diddy update. I mean, I think I covered everything. If I haven't covered it in this particular video, I covered it in other videos as well. Prince Andrew was up in the Epstein stuff, and he was sued in regards to that. So, Lulu says another good point. It could be a female. Yeah, she said, look, I'll play it again. Matter of fact, I'm not gonna play it again. But she said person. She didn't say male or female. Hold on. Booby says, I'm done until court. Well, I think it's supposed to have some sort of hearing this week. She could have gave a point of reference like high in what sense? I mean, that's really up to the journalist to ask a further question. Someone said Martha Stewart. Like I said before, just because people have been at a Diddy party doesn't mean that they were into the Diddy mess. Not the Queen. Well, now that would be a higher profile individual if the Queen. Okay. Thank you, Madam L. Maybe J-Lo. Would you consider J-Lo a higher profile person than Diddy? I mean, honestly, I wouldn't. Literally, their relationship, she was trying to get clout off of him to start her career. I wouldn't say she's higher profile. He's damn near a billionaire. She's not. She's like not even a quarter of a billionaire. Clive Davis. Clive Davis was asked recently about Diddy, and Diddy was Clive was like, Diddy who? You guys are with all these different guesses. The mayor of New York, he's definitely not higher profile. In his head, he probably thinks that he is. They probably will be sharing a jail cell in the Metropolitan Detention Center in a hot second. But somehow he's walking free. Maybe they don't consider him a flight risk. They clearly don't. They didn't take his passport. We talked a lot about that and Diddy with Stephanie St. Aubin on Friday. If you missed that video, that's why I said there's a lot of Diddy updates. So if I'm not covering here, please understand if you're new here, and drop a 1 in the chat if you're new here. I talked about a lot of Diddy over the last 2 weeks. Some people last night when I was on TikTok, they were saying Oprah, and I said, please no, please not Oprah. Please not Oprah. Please not Oprah. Hey newbies, what's going on, y'all? Vaughn says, Kemp, you're a best subscriber over. I just no. Lord. Yes, guys, don't forget to like the video. It's an easy and free way of supporting not just my channel, but other channels as well. Stephanie says, not Oprah. Like, I was like, Oprah. Oh, Lord, please not Oprah. Lord, not Oprah. But my thing is, if, in fact, they did reach out to this higher profile individual about this tape, and that person has the money, we're never going to see this video. We're never going to see. Why it says I would not want to watch an Oprah tape. It's not even about that. Oh, Mocha says Oprah is not innocent and neither is Queen Elizabeth. Ooh. Not The Rock. Look, not The Rock. Booby says, keep you posted on the court date. Stay tuned. I definitely will. Tyler Perry is also a billionaire. Would you consider Tyler Perry a higher profile than Diddy, though? I would say that they're peers, to be honest. And I'm not just basing that on their net worth. Someone said Gail. Really? I did see that. Carrie Ann says that Sloan Bella, the psychic medium, says that Snoop Dogg is going down next, but I thought it was Jay-Z. I did hear that. I think the last time we were live, someone mentioned that as well, that Sloan Bella, the psychic medium, who's been on point when it comes to her predictions in regards to the situation, that Snoop Dogg, which it wouldn't be surprising to me because you've seen recently, Snoop Dogg has been in everything and has gotten access to so many different opportunities. And I'm not saying that he doesn't deserve it. It just makes you wonder, like, Mr. Mellinger imagines that Sloan Bella be lying too, sometimes too. Is she lying or did she just get it wrong? I don't know if she intentionally was lying. I heard the same thing too, the Snoop Dogg was going down. Lord. Well, we shall have to wait and see. We shall have to wait and see. Kitchen Skill says, why must it be a black man, right? I mean, we did mention Prince Andrew, though. Nathia says that, no, not Uncle Snoop. That's your uncle. That's not mine. Oh, boy. Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon's already been in enough trouble. Someone said Kim Jong-un. No, I mean, would you consider him higher profile than Diddy? I guess internationally people probably would. Either way, I implore you guys to make sure that you don't believe everything that you see on social media in regards to these stories, because there are people intentionally trying to manipulate you. Someone said Osama bin Laden. Isn't he dead? Or is he? Would you consider Prince Harry higher profile than Putin? It's Putin. No, I don't know. Y'all just, right? Everyone's just naming anybody at this particular point. Oh, wait, hold on 1 second. I need to check them out. Gwen says Sloane's cool, but Heaven Whisper 25 is the truth. She's on IG and YouTube. I'm just saying, I'll check her out. Or them out, I'm not sure. Dainty Bella, love your name. Shout out to all of you that have been subscribers for more than 2 years. I see your golden crowns. I love that. Mo says that people just throwing out names. At this particular point, I'm not going to read any more of your names that you're suggesting, but if you're just joining us, guys, we were talking a little bit about this possible freak-off tape featuring Diddy and a more higher profile person, according to one of Diddy's accuser's attorneys, said this on News Nation. But like I said, when I first saw it, I was like, just for me, I'm a body language expert. I'm not. But we say that here. And I was just looking at the smile that she had when she was saying it and the way she said it. And I was just like, something was a little grimy about it. And of course, you know, she knew going on this show, she was going to mention that she was going to drop that. Exactly, Crystal. That would have been a perfect question for the journalist to ask. I would have asked more questions. Higher profile in the US or worldwide? I mean, Perez Hilton did a video and he says, well, everyone's talking about Diddy's freak-off parties. What about Elon Musk, allegedly? I haven't watched the McMahon documentary. Some people have been saying that too. Why isn't anyone talking about McMahon and the accusations against him? Tammy says misogyny is making people focus more on Beyonce, who hasn't been named in any of the court documents, than Diddy. Insane. I'm glad you brought that up because I did see that Mama Tina had somewhere. You know, Mama Tina's going to always defend her baby. So you may have seen the pictures. If you follow me on YouTube, I posted on my on my community tab, some of the photos from this event in Paris that Beyonce had for her whiskey, Sir Davis. So Mama Tina posted on Instagram, meanwhile, in Paris, celebrating with a dinner for Sir Davis. So someone posted a tweet and said, Mama Tina is everything. Emphasis on meanwhile. You know, Mama Tina is Beyonce's mouthpiece sometimes, I think. So, meanwhile, she wants to take the heat off of Beyonce and be like, meanwhile, she is living her best life with her. Have you guys tried Sir Davis? Have you guys tried it? Is it good? I'm not trying it. I don't like alcohol or whiskey. I heard it's good, but I only heard it's good from like stands. I want like a real connoisseur. A real connoisseur. Hey, Dr. Payne. Is it Kim K with her mama holding the camera? Stormy, get out of here. Get out of here, Stormy. I mean, based off of what Ray J said about Kim and their tape and how that went down, I don't put anything past these folks. I don't put anything past these folks. Grateful Edge says the lawyer might be lying and participating in an intimidation tactic. Ooh, okay, let's talk about it. Trying to show the higher profile person that they're serious about leaking the video, making them sweat so they pay. That is a good point. And that might be the reason why she was grinning, the lawyer, when she was saying all this stuff. I'm gonna show you. She was grinning. Look, she was grinning. Let me see if I can hold on.
By someone who wanted me to essentially represent them in the sale of one of the Diddy tapes. So, which I declined that because...
Wait a minute. Say that again. Say that again. Back up. You're saying that there's tapes and they're being shopped?
Yes, there have been people already shopping.
We've heard about the tapes, but the shopping thing is...
Look at the grin.
There already have been tapes leaking around Hollywood, being shopped around to individuals in Hollywood. But one particular person contacted me to shop a particular video they were in possession of, and to contact the person who was in the video to see if they were interested in purchasing the video before it became a public knowledge.
I've heard this before, so like a catch and kill.
Catch and kill, correct.
Wow. Can you, and I guess you can't reveal the person who is on.
No,
I guess you
can't
can.
explain who the person was, but Mr.
High profile?
Mr. Combs was in the tape, and this other person is, I would
The girl
venture to say,
face.
more high profile than Mr. Combs.
Really? Really? And you've seen it? Or
I've seen.
Why is she grinning, Stephanie? Why is she grinning? You know what? Kempire is, Carbon says, Kempire, is it you? You worldwide. I have never been to a Diddy party. Y'all know I barely want to go out. I was on live at 11 o'clock last night in my house. But based on what one of you just said, I never thought about that until you said it. I felt weird about the attorney saying it, period. However, ooh, Candace says I got the lavender honey. Yes, Candace, enjoy. Put it in a little peppermint tea. I need to order me some more. I'm already running low. But what one of you guys just said, I'm like, I wouldn't be surprised if that she's trying to get a higher price, basically leaking this information to the press. That is some mess. That is some mess. Dasha says, so you say you haven't been to it. I really haven't. I mean, they could probably AI and Photoshop me into a picture, but I wasn't running in those circles like that. Honestly, even now, even if I get invited to a lot of stuff and I'm like, my manager's like, do you want to go? No. I like being in my house. And I also don't drink. But now with all of this information, like people spiking people's drinks and stuff like that, I'm like, I can't even drink water at an event. Nope. I'm not drinking nothing. So if I pass out at an event, it's because I'm dehydrated. Just saying. Dolores says Kempire would be hanging from Diddy's ceiling fans. Y'all are a mess. Exactly. Nathia says, I'm a tourist too, and a homebody. I feel you. Just the thought of a Diddy party, I'm like, really? And if I went, and that's why I would say, give people grace that have gone to these parties, because just because they went doesn't mean they did anything. They probably went because they were thinking this might be a great opportunity for me to be seen or meet or rub elbows with certain people and not rubbing knees. All right, I couldn't help myself. I'm sorry. I couldn't help myself. Dasha says, take your own canteen of water. Look, I'm gonna have if you see me in a photo at an event with this bottle. Exactly. Carrie Ann says, Kempire is not feeling people's energy like that. And I'm very sensitive. Oh, see, look, Lulu says, oh, Kempire, I was going to buy you a drink in LA at your show. I promise I'm safe. Nope. Not taking it. Not taking it. Because you might buy me the drink, but the bartender could be an op. Jassy says, are you a Cancer? No. I have a Cancer rising, though. Right? Right? The bartender could be an op. The bartender could be an op, for all we know. It might be Michael Darby. I also don't drink. Exactly, Deborah. I don't drink. But anything, I don't want no bottled water, nothing. I don't even trust the venue. Don't give me nothing. I don't trust nobody. It's scary. I mean, it's more scary for women because these things happen to women a lot. A lot of the people that are affected by this Diddy story are women. And apparently they're accusing Diddy of doing just that. And now with the whole conversation about baby oil being laced with possibly something, I'm not going to say it. We've said it before. You can say it in the chat. But the possibility that was happening And if you look at what that particular drug can do, it makes sense. It makes sense. I will confirm that the Southern District of New York does confirm that drugs were utilized in this situation. However, they have not confirmed that the baby oil was laced with anything. Lulu says, okay, understood. I'll bring you a gift card. You don't have to bring me anything. Bring yourself. Come to the show. Thank you for reminding me. Guys, if you are in LA, I will be talking about the Diddler live and in person. That way I can say everything. And by then, God only knows what we'll know by then. By November 20th, I'll be at the Bourbon Room in Los Angeles talking all that stuff. Talking Housewives, talking pop culture, talking about the Diddler. So, all of that. Oof, it's a paint remover, that particular GHB is a paint remover. Remember that. Oh my God. Hey, Madam L. I'm also in New York. A rainy day in New York. I think the rain has stopped a little bit though. It's like on and off. I guess this is Helene. We're seeing the effects of Helene. Shout out to anyone that affected by the flooding down south. You know, excuse me. You know, I go to Tennessee all the time. In the town that I usually stay in, they've been flooded. And I was like, oh my gosh. Nilda says, Andy Cohen, no, he's a homebody too. Look, sure. Sunny day in Amsterdam. Nice break from Kenya. Wow. Because this is Europe weather. But in Amsterdam, the weather could change in like 2 seconds. Hey, Knoxville, Tennessee. Do you really think that Diddy had, S workers hidden place somewhere no one knows that they can find them? I believe anything at this particular point. We were yesterday talking about the tunnels under his Los Angeles home, allegedly, that lead to the Playboy Mansion. So that's scary. All of it's scary. Who subscribed to my podcast? I'm going to gather a lot of the stories from this week in regards to Diddy, if I can, and put it all together on the podcast. So if you're not subscribed to my podcast, you should subscribe so that you can see that. Kempire, what about Edgar Diaz, the Spanish Diddy? I never even heard of him. Who was that? Who is that? Thank you, Alexandra. Alexandra says that she's subscribed to everything. Demille says the tunnel's in a grotto. It is on Spotify. Kempire on all podcast platforms. And when you're there, give us a 5-star rating. Hey, Miss Beverly. Danny says, still waiting on your Jolene collab. Me too. Look, me too. I have lots of thoughts on Big Brother. Oh, and now it's so lame. I don't like the final 5 people that are left. I don't like any of them. Anyone else? Anyways, let me see. Hold on. Thank you, Christopher, for the super chat. Christopher says, hey, Kempire, any thoughts on who is more, not equal to, famous than Diddy? I keep hearing names I wouldn't consider even on Diddy's level. That's the thing. I agree with you. I don't know. I don't trust the attorney that put this information out there. And like one of you just said, I feel like she put it out there possibly as extortion, as allegedly, as a way to maybe to get that price to be a little bit higher from that person. So who knows? And we're considering what she defines as higher profile. Because all of you have said different people that some of us wouldn't consider higher profile than Sean Diddy Combs. Millie says the Vince McMahon documentary is super good so far. Where is it on? Y says bait. I agree that the last BB players are lame. Would still like a season recap with you. No, we'll definitely have to do something because I do enjoy talking about Big Brother. It's on Netflix. Okay, there's a lot of stuff on Netflix that I need to watch and catch up on. Hey, Foxy, I didn't even see you in here, Foxy. Maybe just a lot of comments. Guys, can we get to 700 likes? We have over 1,800 of you guys watching here on YouTube. Shout out to the replay crew. Be sure to let us know your thoughts and opinions on all of what we updated you. We started off this with the Diddy of it all. No, we didn't start off. We started off with Beverly Hills News, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills News, then to Real Housewives of Orange County News. Then at the 19 and 30-second mark, that's when we started talking about the diddler. So for those that are here and want to fast forward, that's where you can go fast forward to. I'll put it in the description. I know, poor Justin Bieber. I mean, the rabbit hole alone. Jose Menendez, Eric and Lyle Menendez's father. He was an RCA producer. His partner was Edgar Diaz. Look it up. Oh. Yeah, the Menendez stuff. I haven't watched that, and I probably won't because I don't like how Ryan Murphy handled it. So for me, it feels like I'd much rather a documentary about that. The good part says the rabbit hole is very deep. Who lived in the LA house before Diddy? Oh, I don't know. I'm sure that we can find that out. Who lived in that LA house before Diddy did? That has tunnels that go to the Playboy Mansion. Just saying. Let me post a clip, not a clip, the ticket information in here. Hold on one second, y'all. Hold on one second. Let me just post that in here. Here. Okay. Let me see. Kempire After Dark LA live show. There we go. Pin that. There we go. All right. So if you are going to be in LA or you're in the West Coast, be sure to get your tickets for that. And I will see you guys in LA November 20th. Oh, I read a book about Laurel Canyon and the different houses with tunnels. That's scary. Lauren says, I think his tunnels are linked to what? What is that? To mothers? Are these tunnels real or are y'all joking? No, there was a news outlet reporting that tunnels were discovered under Diddy's home. Oh, Mr. Melon Magic says Ryan Murphy might have his own lashing soon. Nilda says, "Love you, Kempire. You rock, and let us be silly while we truly are guessing our hearts out." Yeah. I don't know if they're real or not. I haven't seen them myself, but all you said, I was at a Diddy party. But I haven't seen I do not want to see the tunnels myself. Ew. But I wonder if the tunnels were discovered in the raid. Mama says, Denzel said, leave the party before 12. Well, dare I say, I'm going to get at the party by 8 and I'm out by 9:30? Just saying. Mind you, if the party is at 8, nobody's probably even there. Ew, Trippy says that Diddy's house, the Diddler's house, would look like a Jackson Pollock museum under UV light. That's gross. And he had his kids in that house. And he has kids in the house. Stormy says that the tunnels were discovered in the raid. I was watching it live. I'm pretty sure they showed it. Oh, I don't know. That's a good. I need to go look back at that. Drusilla says they were from back when alcohol was not legal. The tunnels. Bye, Dasha. Y'all are saying, yeah, y'all do realize that it's a Sunday. I need some of you to have some decorum in the live chat. Okay? Because some of what you are saying, you should not be saying on a Sunday. Ray says that Candy may be there at 8 for a Diddy party just to eat and leave. Candy's a tourist like me. Look, she's a tourist like me. Just saying. Yeah, I need people to be a little bit more mindful, very mindful, and very demure. Why says that house was not in prohibition age. Lauren says, are you hungry? I kind of am. I'm going to get off of here, though. But thank you so much for 700 likes, guys. I appreciate you all being here. If you're watching the replay of this, be sure to like the video. Be sure to subscribe to the Kempire podcast. I am going to try and gather all of the Diddy stories from this week that I posted here on YouTube and put them on the podcast. I will probably put this particular live separate just because it's an hour-long one. And maybe the other lives that we did as well. But I appreciate you all being here, and shout out to our King's Guards, and shout out to our channel members. Become a member today at teamkempire.com/join. And if you want a water bottle so you won't get diddied at the next party, coldest.com. Use the discount code Kempire10. Diddy's daughters are with a family friend, apparently. Yep. I do want to come to South Africa. I haven't planned any of my trips. So, yes, rest in peace to Maggie Smith. She passed away yesterday. I think it was when it came out, or Friday. I think it was Friday it came out. Patricia says they are with Lala. Maybe today, but they were originally with a family friend. Making pumpkin pretzel and listening to you. Yum. Stephanie says, so you're not going to have lunch with us? No. It's past lunchtime here in New York. I already had lunch. All right, y'all. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I will see you all in the next one. Go check out the last Diddy video that I did. It's an expose. No, not really. On his attorney. Who exactly is Diddy's attorney? Mark Aganafilo. I think that's how you pronounce it. Go check that out. Go give it a like. Go give it a comment. And go check out the Braxton's recap as well. All right, y'all. Have a great rest of your day. Bye, everyone.